All right. Is there anything else from the client perspective or anything else that like solo validators should be worrying about for withdrawals or for this fork?
Yeah, so I think the main thing is this credential change, right? So, for most users, so the 200,000 who have the 0x01 creds, it's just going to happen completely automatically, and just check your ETH1 account balance at some stage, and you'll see the balance going up. So those of us who have old credentials, the zeros, 0x00 BLS credentials, we need to do this extra step before we become eligible for withdrawals. And until we do that, then everything continues as it does now, with all of our rewards accruing on the beacon chain, and growing there. So that involves digging out our withdrawal key, from when we made our deposit, which might be like 2.5 years ago now. So you got to dig up your mnemonic, and then you've got to sign a transaction to change to an normal Ethereum address. Um, and there are a number of concerns around this. I mean, some people will have lost their mnemonics, and basically that's game over. There's nothing can be done. Um, and I've lost Nick's, just vanished. Um, yeah, I'll press on regardless. Um, uh, so, like losing any Ethereum key, you're done for. There are a small number who believe that their keys may have been compromised. Somebody may have stolen their keys, and what you need to do in that case is to get your credential change message in before any attacker who may have your key, because they're going to be racing you to try to switch to their ETH address rather than you switching to yours. And so there is an effort, the CLWP, lost consensus lost withdrawal. I can't remember, but what it stands for. CWLP, LWP project. Check them out. They'll be around on EthStaker. If you are concerned that your withdrawal key has been compromised, that it might have been phished or something like that, then they will help you try to get your change message in at the earliest opportunity. They've got relationships with some big staking operations who have offered to, broadcast these messages in the very first blocks of after the upgrade. Um, for the rest of us who are pretty confident that the keys are secure, I'm going to wait for a few weeks, maybe even a few months before I do the upgrade. Just because there's, not in desperate hurry to get my ETH. I'm just going to let it sit there and let the dust settle, because we've got these 300,000 credential changes, quite stressful for the network. Just going to let that happen and come in a bit later after it's calmed down, and issue my message.
I'm really glad to hear you say that because I kind of took the same approach. Like, I don't need the stress of doing that as soon as the fork happens. So I appreciate hearing you say that it's okay to wait a few months because I'm just going to sit back and watch. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Exactly.